What appeared to be an ordinary second-hand property transaction concealed a shocking conspiracy. A wealthy woman sought to purchase low-priced second-hand house as an investment stepping stone, only to fall into a deadly trap set by two cunning mahjong partners. Not only did they subject her to cruel torture while alive, after that, they dismembered her corpse and boiled the remains in a pressure cooker for 3 days. On November 21, 2011, the Guihua Road Police Station of Hertang District, Juzhou City received an emergency call. The caller was a vendor named Hu from a local farmer's market, reporting that his wife Liu Ying had been missing for 2 days. Upon receiving the report, officers immediately visited Mr. Hu's home to investigate. According to Mr. Hu, the couple had rented a stall at the market where they'd operated a seafood business for 10 years. Their stall was usually bustling with customers. After the morning rush, Liu Ying was used to playing mahjong at a nearby tea house. After playing, she would drive home. But on November the 19th, 2011, around 4 p.m., Mr. Hu called his wife with no answer. Assuming she might be upset after losing at mahjong, he didn't think much at first. However, when he went to the tea house after closing the stall, Liu Ying was nowhere to be found. More strangely, their family car remained parked at the intersection. Liu Ying always drove at home no matter how busy she was. This unusual behavior made Mr. Hu extremely uneasy. After 2 anxious days with no sign of his wife, Mr. Hu decided to report her disappearance. To assist the police, he provided details about Liu Ying's daily routine. He mentioned that Liu Ying always dressed fashionably and liked wearing jewelries, giving an impression of wealth. Due to their business, she often carried large amounts of cash. Based on experience and Mr. Hu's information, police suspected foul play. They first considered the possibility of a revenge killing, as business people sometimes make enemies. Thus, investigators began examining the victim's social connections. However, further investigation revealed the Hu family not only had substantial income, but also a harmonious marriage. Neighbors and mahjong partners all spoke highly of the couple. Crucially, they had no financial disputes or debt issues. These findings ruled out revenge and shifted focus to robbery. Liu Ying's appearance and cash likely made her appear wealthy, marking her as a target for criminals. Police then turned their attention to people Liu Ying regularly interacted with. During this investigation, a text message received by Liu Ying's brother-in-law caught their attention. On the evening of Liu Ying's disappearance around 7 p.m., her brother-in-law received a text from Liu Ying. It said she was going on a long trip and wouldn't return for some time, adding that she was fine and not to worry. This seemingly normal message raised red flags for police. Why did Liu Ying notify her brother-in-law, rather than her closer relatives like her husband or sister? Through Liu Ying's sister, police solved this puzzle. The phone number originally belonged to the sister, but had been transferred to the brother-in-law 6 months prior. Liu Ying knew this and had called him many times since. If she were really sending the message, she would have contacted her sister directly. This proved the text wasn't from Liu Ying, but likely sent by the killer to mislead investigators. Facing increasing complexity, police knew they had to act fast. To trace Liu Ying's final movements, they began reviewing all surveillance footage from locations she visited that day. Though time-consuming, their persistence paid off. Footage from Hongqi Square in Hertang District showed Liu Ying's last known appearance with 2 suspicious mahjong partners, Liu Yuegao and Li Xiao. The pair behaved unusually after Liu Ying's disappearance. The next day, they visited a pawn shop called Xinda Pawn Shop in Shifeng District, Zhuzhou, where they sold gold jewelry for 11,500 yuan in cash, immediately drawing police suspicion. Background checks revealed both were convicted felons recently released. Liu Yuegao served 4 years for theft since 1992, while Li Xiao served 15 years for the same crime since 1997. Despite being unemployed after release, they suddenly possessed valuable jewelry, deepening police suspicions. On December 7, police arrested Liu Yuegao and Li Xiao at a mahjong parlor overnight. Initially resistant, They confessed when confronted with surveillance evidence. Under interrogation, the pair disclosed their motives and methods. As suspected, Liu Ying had been killed, and there was not even an entire body. According to confessions, Liu Yuegao and Li Xiao met after their releases. Shared interests and backgrounds quickly forged a strong friendship, making them close companions and mahjong partners. However, their criminal records made societal reintegration difficult. Despite unemployment, they developed extravagant habits, especially gambling addiction. Frequenting various shady establishments, they sought thrills at mahjong tables daily. But gambling's harsh reality, 9 losses out of 10 bets, left them constantly broke. Yet gambler's fallacy kept them trapped. Any spare money immediately went back to the tables. This reckless spending worsened their financial desperation. Soon, they were completely destitute. In despair, they began seeking quick money schemes. That's when they remembered mahjong partner Liu Ying. Noticing her expensive jewelry and cash she always carried while playing, they pegged her as wealthy. Thus emerged their plan to rob her. During one game, Liu Ying mentioned seeking cheap second-hand house property for investment. Hearing this, the two exchanged glances, a sinister plot taking shape. On November 19, while playing mahjong with Liu Ying, Liu Yuegao casually mentioned having access to cheap second-hand houses. This immediately interested Liu Ying, who eagerly asked for details. Seizing the opportunity, Li Xiao suggested viewing a property that afternoon. Later near Hongqi Square, under the guise of property viewing, they lured Liu Ying to Liu Yuegao's rented apartment. Once inside, they quickly restrained her. Revealing their true nature, they took 8,800 yuan and 200 Hong Kong dollars from her, plus all her jewelry. Still unsatisfied, they demanded her bank card pins. Under torture, Liu Ying eventually complied. After obtaining the pins, they disguised themselves with wigs and went to withdraw money. To their dismay, only 128 yuan remained in her account, other cards were empty. Enraged, they decided to kill her. They suffocated Liu Ying with a plastic bag, then ensured death with hammer blows. Li Xiao fled with 4,400 yuan, while Liu Yuegao committed even more gruesome acts. Dragging the body to the kitchen, he used cleavers and knives to dismember it. To prevent decomposition odors, he boiled the remains in a pressure cooker with spices, a process lasting 3 days. To cover their tracks, Liu Yuegao used Liu Ying's phone to text her brother-in-law, imitating her tone to mislead investigators. After completing these atrocities, they bagged and scattered the remains in remote locations, including some over 30 miles away in Xiangtan, Hunan. With the body disposed of, they turned to selling the stolen jewelry. On November 22, they visited pawnshop owner Mr. Zhen, selling the jewelry for 11,500 yuan, which he later resold for 18,530.55 yuan. Hearing these details, officers were horrified. They couldn't believe such cruelty over mere 20,000 yuan. In court, Liu Yuegao and Li Xiao apologized to the victim's family and accepted judgment. But such belated remorse could never earn forgiveness. The family demanded the death penalty to honor Liu Ying's memory. After careful deliberation, the court sentenced both to death and ordered compensation to the family. These gambling addicts, who turned to crime for greed, ultimately paid with their lives. Money should be earned properly. While desiring wealth is human nature, we must stay clear-headed, obtaining it legally rather than risking everything for quick gains. What are your thoughts on this case? Feel free to discuss in the comments. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this case, don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow Case Diaries. There are plenty more cases coming your way. Got thoughts on today's story? Drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. See you in the next one.